Based on the initial promising results seen in the single-center MD Anderson study for exon 20, EGFR, and HER2, an international study has now been opened, and that study is sponsored by Spectrum. It's got slightly different eligibility criteria. There, everybody has to have received prior systemic therapy, so there's no first-line patients in that study. But again, there's both EGFR and HER2 exon 20 covered, and that's currently enrolling. It's open in a number of sites across the country and enrolling well thus far. And it's the same exact regimen of Poziotinib at 16 milligrams daily. So the goal there is to really see if the same level of activity that we saw in our single-center study can be seen across the country there for both patients with EGFR and HER2. Poziotinib is also being studied for HER2 mutant or HER2 amplified breast cancer. And of course, in breast cancer, HER2 amplifications are much more common than HER2 mutations, but both of them do occur. Now, for HER2 amplifications, there are drugs like trastuzumab and T-DM1 that are very active. But really, HER2 mutations are much more of an unmet need. So that's one application for Poziotinib that's currently undergoing investigation. There are also plans to open what's called a basket study, meaning across all the different diseases outside of lung cancer that have EGFR or HER2 exon 20 mutations. And we're very excited to see that get going, because just because lung cancer patients with EGFR or HER2 exon 20 may respond to the drug doesn't mean that somebody with glioblastoma who's got the same mutation or colorectal cancer or adenoid cystic cancer will have the same response. We do have cases where the same exact mutation in one disease, like BRAF from melanoma, a drug may work extremely well there, but not work in colorectal cancer with the BRAF mutation. So it remains to be seen whether HER2 and EGFR exon 20 mutations in those other diseases will be as responsive as lung cancer, but certainly we're hopeful. So that basket study we expect will be getting started in the upcoming year, and that's sponsored by Spectrum.